Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Kings.
On second down, Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a first down carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's McDonald. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, left side. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, we're gonna set 780. Gun. 8.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Gun. We're gonna set 180. 180.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Great.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They fake the give. Newton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run with Foreman, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shane Ray able to get in there and drop him behind the line. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this will remain a scoreless game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. After the penalty, it's Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Here we go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corn Elder. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Newton on third down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A carry for Foreman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
That's pulled in at the 32. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Foreman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of 3 down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Newton on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Bud Dupree. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will make our score 9-0. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a first down. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. They may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
And it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the... And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They go play action here on first down. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now Foreman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first down, Newton being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or, even worse, an interception.
Gun. 20.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
All right, let's go. 4 down. Hold the look. Hold. Kings.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
8.
Ben to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And he's able to put it through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Room here to run. He's at the 50, 30, 10. Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6, and the Panthers add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Open man is Switzer complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, you got three. Three down. Great. Gun. Great.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Hey.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And fights through one man. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now they'll run it on the toss. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Off play action. Newton. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down throw for Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Right to the 3. Check nickel.
Here's Foreman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Gun.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And I think Gano missed it. He did. He missed it off to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Bell. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
8.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go. 3 down. Hey, check it.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jack 16. 4 down.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Snickers, 66.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Steelers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Hey, got 18. Hey, double. Put a body on him. Put a body on him.
Here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Cornelder. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now Cook taking a shot for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gano for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check 16.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Mario Addison in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 52 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Tight end right, tight end right.
They'll go again with Bell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That's complete to Darbo. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Focus, focus. Double.
Here's Pirine. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Focus.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, 4 down.
Tighten up.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And some room to run now. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Sliding out of the pocket. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against her.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Gets past one man. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Cook, off play action, forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Finding some room at midfield. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger. This will be counted about the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Single.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
You got tight right there. Hey, alert.
On the handoff, it's Michel. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run past midfield. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Gano the extra point, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Gano out to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Focus. You ready? Like 80. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". I'm on. Jack 16.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Detroit!
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting to